You look beautiful. Even you said in your tech and skit. Very nice.
Lovely. I hope you're enjoying all your popcorn and getting into the mood, yeah? We've got some great acts for you tonight. We've got some comedy. We've got some
songs and some dance.
Yeah, and a drama. Very dramatic. You like dramatic things, don't you, Will?
We've got some poetry, I believe.
Poetry, oh, I love a bit of poetry. And musical items. Very classy. So lots of things for you to look forward to tonight, and we'll have a break halfway through for you to enjoy some lovely food from our kitchen team. So look forward to all that. Do you think we should go with our first act? Are we ready?
We should.
Yes.
This is more the sort of serious thing, I believe. We thought that we should start the evening with a bit of a sort of interesting thing to watch.
Yeah, something to do with Moorlands, maybe something you don't know about, a bit of a mystery. And to explain to us, we need Tom Harper and George Sharp. What do you think?
Just before we start, we just need to point out that this is actually quite serious. This is a it's a big issue. This is a documentary George and myself have made with concerns, basically. So, yeah, just see how it goes, and maybe afterwards we can think about it, have a chat, and see how we're all feeling.
Yeah, just like seriously, guys, take this really seriously. We've put this together purely for your help, your information. So we hope that you will learn a lot from it.
Many ancient civilizations have their own legends about monsters. Some of these include Bigfoot, T-Rex, dragons, and Jeremy Clarkson. This program will inquire if there is any truth to these myths. On today's program, we look toward one myth a little closer to home. Rumours of a monster lurking the grounds of Moorlands have spread throughout the ages, and some stories theorise its characteristics. However, one man, none other than the Moorlands ground zoologist, claims to have actually seen the creature. The Quest team went to hear his statement. The team has created an image of what the suspected creature could look like based on recent theories and will present it to him.
Good evening. As a Moorland ground zoologist, there is a rumour that I'm some sort of mad professor. This is certainly untrue. However, it was back in the dark days of October, after I'd written my 125th paragraph of reflective journal and was getting rather bored. So I decided to mount an expedition to find the legendary and holy self-writing essay of St. Wayne of Grudem. And I was out studying the ground, and I heard a strange noise coming from the trees. Frightened, I ran back to the college.
Did you catch a glimpse of it at all?
Yes, I did see the monster. As I ran, I caught a glimpse of a dark beast like...
Would you say that this is an accurate representation of what you saw?
Where's me tea?
Excited, the Quest team went to investigate the location where Doc Martin had witnessed the creature.
You can tell a lot about a creature from its tracks, and I think we've found something here very interesting. You can tell what a creature's been eating, even, and so here we've got what seem to be the leftovers of one of the paninis cooked by John. This is seriously disturbing because this means that the creature is sneaking onto the site and stealing food from the students. So we're just going to follow the tracks, which seem to be leading in this direction. Oh, that's disgusting. Oh no. Right, viewers at home, you may not want to see this. This is horrible. If you're a little bit squeamish, please look away. But if not, please continue watching. Tom,
George,
can you show them?
George, how bad is this?
It's pretty bad. It's pretty gruesome.
It looks like he's torn his leg off, George.
Just to be clear on what they had found, the team sent the remains to the Moorlands lab. After days of arduous study, they gave this reply.
It's a rabbit.
How can we live in a place so terrifying?
Are you scared?
Did you hear what the monster sounded like?
Say it again, I can't remember.
It sounded like two bards!
I'm sure it isn't you, don't worry. But we'll find it. It'll be continued later. Don't worry.
And those paninis, I'm never going to have one again!
I told you not to have them. Right, two down for the show.
Okay.
What is next, then?
Well, I believe next we have quite a fun guy from, around the area. He's very well known. First year with a beautiful smile. And we'd like to introduce our second act, Mr. Sammy.
Hello. I'm singing a song for you all. Now, the thing is, my voice is a bit ropey today, as I've had a bit of dairy. I had 12 yogurts for breakfast. Mate, I was mullered. Okay, so this is from one of my favourite films. I'm a bit shaky, but it's fine. It's from The Muppet Show, The Muppet Movie, and it's Man or Muppet. Roll it, DJ. That's a bit awkward.
Hey, Sam.
There is video. I need both.
Who does, George?
It's my Muppet. What's the right direction to go? I don't know!
champagne, eh?
Yeah, in them days back at Moorlands, we were glad to have the price of a cup of tea. A cold cup of tea.
Without milk or sugar.
Or tea.
In a cracked cup and all.
Oh, we never had a cup. We had to make paper mugs out of rolled up lecture notes.
Oh, you were lucky. The best we could manage was to find an old damp piece of cloth and suck on it.
But you know, we were happy in those days, though we were poor.
Because we were poor. Dave the Verser used to say to me, money doesn't buy you happiness, lass. As he took it all off you.
Oh, you were right.
Aye, he was. But it was fun back at Moorlands. Even going up before and upgraded for a disciplinary.
Aye, they were like the high priest going into ancient Israel, into the Holy of Holies. It was always wise to have a level 3 student tie a piece of silk cord to your ankle, just in case.
Doc Brady, you were quite fair. He always offered you a choice.
Aye. It were either 15 minutes with rack and thumb screws, or buy 24 copies of whatever book you happened to be flogging at the time. I were up before him so many times, I had enough books to lay the foundations of my house.
You right there, lass? You look twitchy.
Just remembering, I yawned in my Kittrick lecture once. I never quite recovered. He were a tough one. Always used to send back any essay that had words less than 15 letters long.
But you know, we were happier back at Moorlands when we had nothing. Me and 3 others, we used to live in upper cedars in this tiny little room with great big holes in roof.
Room? You were lucky to live in a room. We had to live in a cupboard. 26 of us there were, no furniture, and half the floor was missing. We were huddled up in one corner for fear of falling.
Hey, you were lucky to have a cupboard. We used to live in the prayer shack.
We used to dream of living in the prayer shack. Would have been a palace to us. We lived in an old water tank of rubbish tip. We got woke up every morning by having a load of rotten fish dumped all over us. Room? Huh.
Well, when I say room, it were only a hole in the ground covered by a sheet of tarpaulin. It were a room to us.
Grant, he evicted us from our hole in the ground. We had to go and live in the lake.
You were lucky to have a lake. There were 150 of us living in a shoebox. Right.
You were lucky. We lived for 2 terms in a paper bag in a septic tank. Dr. Ian Kirby, sir, would make us get up at 6 o'clock in the morning, clean the kitchen for our work duty, and attend a culture missions lecture before breakfast. We had to write a 3,000-word essay every week and go to placement every other day. And when we went to Kirby for a tutorial, he would thrash us with belts. Luxury. We were on the youth track. Andy used to get us up every day at 6 o'clock, wake us up from our lake, make us clean the whole college from top to bottom as our work duty, and complete 3 JNC youth evaluations all before breakfast. We had to complete 2 3,000-word essays a week, and go to a youth secular placement and a church placement every single day. And when we got back, Andy would hit us about the head with a broken bottle. If we were lucky.
Well, we had it tough. We came under Tony Thompson. We used to have to get up out of shoebox at 12 o'clock at night, sort out all the shelves in the library, clean the whole college, and mow the grass, and exegete at least 7 pieces of scripture, all before 6 o'clock in the morning. We used to have to write 2 4,000-word essays every 3 days, and know the inside out of all the resources of the University of Gloucestershire's website. Tiger was such a stickler for grammar that if in an essay we misused an apostrophe, or missed out a semicolon, he would slice us in two with a bread knife.
Right. We came under Doc Brady himself. We had to get up at 10 o'clock at night, half an hour before we went to bed. 12 pages of sermon notes. Each day we attended 2 chapel services and 3 prayer meetings. We had to clean the whole college from top to bottom, which included painting the walls and shampooing all the carpets. We mowed the grass, and we weeded all the gardens in Sopley as part of service to the community, all before 5 o'clock in the morning. Then, Dr. Brady would make us attend 2 Christian doctrine lectures each day in Greek. And we'd have to write a 6,000-word essay on what we'd learnt. And to cap it all, if we hadn't evangelised Sopley, Christchurch, Bournemouth, and all surrounding districts by lunchtime, Doc Brady, he would kill us, dance about the grave, singing Hallelujah.
And you try and tell the first years of today that. They won't believe you.
No, they won't believe you.
What a great performance. Thank you very much. Very good.
Hello. Yeah, it was amazing, wasn't it? Wasn't that really good? That actual whole thing was written by our own Martin.
Yeah.
Okay, and next we have a musical acoustic performance by Ollie Stop. So stop, it's Ollie time.
This here is a song called Spanish Ladies. And it's from the film Jobs. So you see them there words, that there's the chorus, and that's what you sing. So I'm going to go through the chorus, then I'm going to do the verse myself, right? The chorus goes... Bumper. Let every man drink of his full draught. We'll drink and be jolly and drown melancholy. So to the health of each on his house. decided was copper cotton. Next rain led off Plymouth and White. We sailed by Beachy, by Fairlight and Dover, and then we bore up for the Southforeland Line. Searching side.
So, Josh, me and Josh, we've been having a bit of banter backwards and forwards over the last couple of years about how to do jokes, how you should do comedy. Should you tell stories? Should you tell one-liners? Josh is more on the one-liner side of the debate. I'm more on the story side of the debate. But I want to try and, I want to try and be open-minded. So, in third year, there's like a level of nostalgia, a level of like kind of my time at Moorlands, how's it been? You start looking back, and you've had a couple of years of the whole like become a reflective practitioner sort of thing, and so by the time you're a third year, you're like so reflective you can see your own face without a mirror. Yes! See, I didn't even think that was funny, so we're off to a good start. So, basically, the kind of what's come out of my reflection, the kind of most key thing, the thing I wish I had known in first year in more depth, is it's the Coffey-Bennett polarity of delivering lectures. Okay. I mean, this is the whole act. Okay, and yeah, so I'm just going to go for it. So on this side, this is the coffee side of the continuum. We'll make our way across. So this is like a plane flight. It's your classic plane flight. So you get on board, you buckle in, and you get, welcome on board, this is your captain speaking. Welcome to Coffee Airways flight to Los Angeles. And you don't just take off. You don't take off, and you don't just go with a kind of token prayer for the time because that's the right answer. You get like a kind of well thought through intro about the subject matter and why it's important, and then the prayer then builds on the importance of the subject. So by the time you're into the actual lecture content, you're like, right, this is important, I need to be on it. And then the lecture then kind of carries on. You're kind of in cruise control, flying through, and you're gonna kind of go through the handout in a systematic, rigorous way. You're not like seeing something on page 4 and going, I wonder if we're going to get to page 4. You're going to get through the whole handout with proportional time on each page, and then you're going to land with a few minutes for questions and resources, the far side. Okay. The other benefit to the coffee side of the thing is that, I don't know, sometimes in lectures your kind of attention petrol tank is like it's running down and the red light comes on and you've got 10 minutes of good concentration left, okay, and you need to know how much lecture you've got left so you can like consider how you kind of portion out that time. And in some lectures, it's a bit of a dilemma because you want to know so you can pay best attention. But like if you don't wear a watch, if the lecturer sees you like looking around, looking at the clock, they might think you're bored and be discouraged or whatever. So you've got to deal with that. Not a problem in the coffee lecture. Do you want to know why? Because your handout is like a sundial. So you've got like 4 pages, 50-minute lecture, 12.5 minutes per page. So if you're on the last page and you're down to like 10 minutes, you're pretty much going to be okay. You're pretty much going to be able to make it. So you arrive at your destination, and by the time you arrive, you're pretty much ready to, well, I don't know, one flight. You're ready to be an assistant pastor, okay? This is the Bennett side. It's a little bit different over here. It's a little bit different. And to be fair, right? Colin actually did make this point when we were like first introduced. And I think I didn't take it on board enough. And so for a while, I struggled with Colin's lectures because I had this kind of thing where you're kind of going, okay, you've got the whole spa thing, like kind of a lecture is going to be more the academic thing. I've been to a few of the college lectures, so I'm going to go through the handout. It doesn't quite work out like that, and so it's more like you want to think of a Colin lecture like an episode of 24. Some of you guys have seen. How many of you guys have seen 24? Okay, for you guys that haven't seen 24, okay, there's enough correlation between Colin's lecture and 24 that I'm going to be able to make it for you. So imagine that. You're at a Bible college, but it's in Los Angeles. That's where 24 is based, okay? And like instead of chairs, you've got terrorists who are like trying to introduce universalism into the curriculum, okay? And instead of a whiteboard, you've got like Steve Brady, who's like going around like trying to stop them, okay? And you've got Colin's lecture. That's pretty much 24, okay? In fact, like if I was Colin, I would be be checking Moorlands records to see if Kiefer Sutherland has ever been over for an open day, because I reckon that there's a good chance that 24 may well have actually been based on Colin's lectures. Okay? So you've got like the whole SPA, like spiritual, practical, academic, relational, are all going on all the time. Okay? And you just, it's like, but that's more realistic. That's more like how life is, isn't it? You don't just slice it all up. It's like a little like more rounded education. And so I was struggling because for a while I'd have my hand out and I'd be like looking at my hand out, and Colin would even say sometimes like. Okay, we're not on the handout yet. We're going to get to the handout. Or even like, it's like sometimes maybe people pick up the vibe in the room. Is anyone not comfortable with how far we are through the handout? And like, when I was in first year, I wasn't like, it's a bit different. You guys new first years, you guys just come and you're like, way! Moorlands, right? It was a bit different, like back in those days. It wasn't like maybe quite, so I was like, is it safe, is it safe, is it safe? So Colin goes, is anyone uncomfortable with kind of our like non-linear progress through the handout? And, I wouldn't say anything, but I would just be there going, I'm not comfortable. So Colin, I confess to you now, I was sometimes not comfortable. But it's because I've become over-dependent on the handout, and so Colin then wanted this like changed totally how I engage with Colin. Colin said, if you're struggling to follow, you can just read your handout. And so then it was like choices. I like managed to get more and more into the parent. So it's like, if it's kind of something that you're not getting, you can just read through your handout. And so kind of got into it more. Yeah, and started to enjoy Colin's lectures more. So that. I don't know if you can get a shot. It's called Unpredictable, and I wanted to live up to it. So this is my little sheet I tried to write out. We'll see how it goes. How long Spa has been rebranded, okay? It's been rebranded with Spa. So that's Steve Brady with the matches and whatever. I think it's good. I think it might be a stepping stone to something else, because the thing that kind of my slight concern with it is, like, do you really want to, like, evangelical Christians, like, go, okay, so the Christian life is like a marathon, okay? You've got to, it's like a marathon, and okay, see you away! It's like, you don't like go, you're watching the Olympics, and you're watching Usain Bolt, and you go, okay, I'm going to watch Usain Bolt fast forward. Like, it's not the biggest need, like, I don't know. So, what you could do, come up with a different, you could, if you change the K for a C, okay, not spark with a C, rearrange it, park steps, centre parks, and yeah, the C could be contemplative instead, so you kind of more chill out. Yeah, 2 minutes to go. Lizzie warned me. She's wearing. There are handouts, yes. I'll just go with this. So, Chris Jenkinson, he's been a great addition this year. Like super brain, really smart, and good rapport with the students. But the one flaw with Chris is that he does not have a good relationship with the photocopier. He does not have a good relationship. Like last year, Chris, seriously, like had the number of ways you could you get a handout like the same thing. Is it a smiley face? Like, how do you get a photocopier to do that? And the thing was that he would turn up to our apology. It's alright, I spoke to Chris earlier, I said he was cool, it was fine. Turn up to our apologetics lectures, and literally every week, there's like 51 people in our class, we say a couple are ill, and there would always be five handouts and too few. 5 handouts too few. And he would turn up every week and be genuinely really surprised. For me, I was just this is just like, it's because there's 51 people and then you're only doing 43 handouts. And I thought, if there's one person, you will lose the argument. If you can't just go like, Chris, it's just because 43 isn't 51. Hey, well, it's interesting you say that. There's some rock in Hebrew somewhere, right? You go away and you go like, oh, okay, and like for me, I was too scared, like, for that. And so, I still didn't. 1 minute, okay. I said we were coming into that, okay. So I was like any good Christian, I didn't say anything to Chris, I prayed about it, I was like, and then this year, it started to work. We were down to like apologetics third year, we were down to like 4 handouts too little, 3 handouts too little, 1 handout too little, and then a significant day came. 26th of October. 26th of October, okay, and I had been in Chris's lectures for 2 and a bit years, and I've been challenged by the reliability of Scripture, evidence for the resurrection. On the 26th of October, there were enough handouts. And I was like, God, I can't deny anymore the reality. And so 1 month and 5 days ago, I stayed behind after that class, and after everyone else left, I knelt down and I gave my life to Jesus. Thank you very much.
Well, I love all the lecturers, I'm just saying. All of you guys are amazing, right?
Yeah! Okay, next I think we're going to go for some culture for you. We've got a very emotional performance now, so you might need a tissue, Will.
When I hear this in the auditions, I did shed a tear. It's beautiful. Girls and guys, be ready.
So, Mr. Rick Cole, would you please take the floor?
That was absolutely gorgeous, wasn't it? That was beautiful.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Rick Cole. Next, we have a sketch for you. And we have some lovely ladies from the second year and the third year as well. The sketch is called The New Term, featuring Hannah Mills, Emily Southcote, Sophie Lynch, Grace Henney and Beth Merrismith. Would you please take to the floor?
Good evening, Moorlands, and welcome to the day at the live pod, our Moorlands students, Penny and Henry. Now, Penny and Henry were first years, and this is their first year at college, and they've got about, and just got through their first term. They're uncertain about so many things about college. For example, the wonders of the tannoy. Who even runs that? How often do they wash their clothes, or not wash their clothes? Why are there never only cups in the cherries? No solution text. There was only one thing they did know for certain, and that was the rule. No dating before Christmas. Luckily for them, it was the first day of the new term in January. Penny and Henry waking up, tired but excited. They get out of their bed and they brush their teeth. Henry wanted to look his best. This morning, first day back, he decides it's a good day to have a shave. Penny, in the meantime, thought that she would do the makeup. Looking lovely. Finally, it's 7:45. Breakfast time at Moorlands. Finally, they're ready to see each other again after a long, long time apart. We all know how quickly we get rid of Cocoa Pops at college in the mornings. Breakfast time. So far, these two lovely Moorlanders haven't yet seen each other in the breakfast room. Apparently neither of them wanted milk. Not really my milk. Eventually, somehow, they managed to spot each other over the crowded breakfast room. And their eyes meet. They had butterflies in their tummies. And they had full stomachs, no idea. But weren't they glad they looked their best?
I hope you enjoyed that. Thank you, girls. That concludes our first half of the night.
Have you enjoyed yourselves?
I didn't hear
I can't hear you! I still can't hear you! You guys are rubbish.
Okay, so we have some lovely food for you at the back. So if you'd like to make your way happen very often at Moorlands, but we can try for one night only, to just file down this side and then go round the buffet. I think it's two-sided, so... And we'll start back in about half an hour.
Half an hour it is.
We'll see how you go. If you eat lots of food, we might have to bring it back a bit. But go for it.
In a bit, guys.
Let's take your seats and we'll begin the second half. Have you enjoyed your food? Now, I seem to have lost Will, so I have to... sorry about that. I hope you'll get over that. I'm sure he'll be back soon. If anyone sees him, let me know. So this evening I'm going to be flying solo for a bit. So just bear with me.
He's just like taking a massive poop. Massive. So he just said like, he was like, Jamie, can you cover for me? I've got this poop, he's got to come. So he was just like, but guys, I want to know what you're feeling about tonight. You enjoyed it? Right, that's awesome. Right, this is what we're going to do. So some of you may know, I'm a bit of a kids worker. I like kids, and I like kind of having fun, right? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to have ourselves a little competition, okay? We got ourselves a little competition, because I was sitting on this side of the room for days, because this side of the room is pretty good. It's the right side, and it is the right side to be on. Okay, but the left side, I think you guys have got a bit of fighting. So what we're going to do is, we're going to split the room in half. Put this microphone down like this, okay? So the right side, you guys are called the right side, and the left side, you're called the left side. This is what we're going to do. Whenever I point at you, you got to shout as loud as you possibly can, okay? I want to hear you guys scream so loud, okay? I want to see my eardrums wobbling away inside my head, okay? And what we're going to do is, I'm going to point at you, you guys are going to shout. As soon as I say stop, you got to stop as quick as possible, okay? So it's not just about as loud as you can be, it's about control. And what we're going to do is, I'm going to give the winning team 5,000 points, and that's how we're going to go.
Any prizes? Any prizes?
Yeah, you can all have a kiss on the cheek from me on the way out. Okay, so are you ready? Oh, come on. Are you ready? Alright, are you ready? We're going to start with the left side first, so I want to hear you guys shout as loud as you can. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Okay, that was alright. Pretty mediocre.
Come on, right side. Come on, right side.
3, 2, 1. Right, that was good. That was better. Left, you got to do better than that. Come on, ready? 3, 2, 1. Right side. Right side. Right side. Left side. Let's hear both of you. Come on. Very close.
Have you got any news for me? I thought there was something you were going to tell me.
What news?
What's that news?
Not so sure. I'll tell you in a second. The winning team, though, with 5,000 points is... the right side! That's right. Okay, the news is that we have got this awesome new band in town. Not gonna lie, it's big wreckage with these bands. They're insane. They're this new Christian band. Like, they must have been brought up on the Holy War or something, because they're outrageous. They're insane. They're insane. And guys, these guys are cool. God's direction!
Good boys!
the mouth will wrap you. Tied on the caskets. Oh, and when we look at our lives, no,
Maybe they should transfer to drama school or something. Okay, thank you. So our next act, we're going to continue on from earlier when we found out about a mystery of something around college. And hopefully it's not going to be Jude Barnes, I'm sure. It'll be something to find out if there's something more scary lurking on the Moorlands premises. So here we are for part 2.
Previously on Moorlands Monster Quest. And now. That night, the Quest team struggled to sleep in light of their recent discoveries. I think that the creature's in the room. I gotta open it. Tom! What? What are you doing?
I thought it'd be more dramatic.
Despite the exhaustion the team were feeling from the previous night, they set up a detection camera where Doc Martin had suggested. After analysing it a couple of days later, this is what they found. Finally, with hard visual evidence of the creature's existence, the team went to see if they could track it down.
We're outside looking for the creature. We have reports that it's been in this area, and so now we're basically just right in the hot spot. And I think I hear a noise. George, is that the creature? Quick, come on, let's go. Go. Okay, let's stay quiet. Let's stay quiet. Right over there, we think we can see the creature. It seems to be some kind of mating ritual.
Wait, mate, that's just Dave, mate.
No, it's the creature, George.
Alright.
Dave?
No, you said it's
You said it's Dave. It's not Dave. Oh, it's Dave.
Oh, Dave, mate.
Dave?
Oh, Dave.
Dave, what are you doing? Dave, come here. Come here, Dave.
Dave, mate.
What are you doing? George, just put the camera down a second.
Okay.
Dave, we thought you were a monster. Yeah.
You want a monster? No, I was looking for my rabbit.
You lost. What do you mean, rabbit?
My rabbit's in there. It's got one leg, kind of like really like deformed little leg, like the size of my little finger.
What have you done to it?
It's got no teeth.
Have you been eating a rabbit?
It's really good. Like, it's really good. I really like it. And the sausage.
So, you lost a sausage?
I've been looking for my sausage, guys.
You had a panini?
Yeah.
George, this is his sausage. This is embarrassing. This is a massive misunderstanding.
Have you guys seen my rabbit?
Well,
Am I
we
panini?
have, yeah. Well, yeah, we have. Like, we found them in the woods somewhere. We got them back at our lab. We thought you were a monster. we thought you were a hideous monster.
You lost a monster. I'm just Dave, guys.
Well, this is embarrassing. This changes everything. This changes everything. Maybe there's not much. You haven't seen like a big monster, like big beak, like Bigfoot, like tentacles.
No, guys. I haven't seen that.
In that one moment, all of the team's evidence collapsed. It turns out there was no hideous monster, just their hideous friend, Dave. Thank you for joining us on Monster Quest.
Yeah, it's good.
So, next up we have a very special guest.
Whoa. Hang on, what have I missed? You know, I was on the loo, and it feels like everything's changed.
There was a very special band.
Band? Who's
very
the band?
hot band.
Hot band?
Yes. They had the bum wiggling was very good.
That's cool.
So it's all coming back to me now. Are you sure you weren't here?
No. Yeah.
Okay.
But I hear that there was an Irish guy in the band.
Oh yeah, there was a Welsh man, a Scottish man, an Irishman, an Englishman.
I know a thing all about Irish people.
Do you?
Irish, you know, like when they have, all of their like weird moves. Okay. Apparently, it comes from an Irish guy when he had poo on his shoe. I've got a poo on my shoe, poo on my shoe. Can't you see the poo on my shoe? Poo on my shoe, poo on my shoe. Can't you see the poo on my shoe? Very interesting fact. Also, sheep can run up to 30 miles per hour. But then again, that was a pretty bad joke.
Okay, thanks, Will. Next we have a very special guest. He's flown in especially for us. He's a very dapper, handsome young man. And his name, actually, it's Tristan Wade.
Oh.
He's going to be Michael Bublé for us, all you Bublé fans. So, please take the floor. Where is he? There he is.
There.
Very dapper.
Yeah, Ben, come on. you can go home. Joking, mate.
That was wonderful. Thank you very much, Tristan.
Yeah, good. Really good, mate. So now, next, the person who was supposed to be just before, while all of you sit down, he's going to stand up. It's Nigel Bailey.
Good evening. It's been great so far, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Now it's time for my act. Every silver lining has a cloud. My name's Nigel Bailey. I'm one of the tutors here. Doesn't sound like a joke. If you talk to my tutor group, they'll tell you it definitely is. I'm very good at almost everything, but I'm particularly brilliant at humility. Unfortunately, I'm very tight-fisted, which is disappointing because I'd give anything to be generous. So I've kind of reached the pinnacle of the theological world here, lecturing alongside such intellectual luminaries as Steve Brady, Ian Coffey, and Colin Bennett. To tell you, it's been a long and an arduous journey to get to where I am today. It's mainly due to the temporary traffic lights at New Mill. No, it's been a tough journey. Tragedy touched my life early when my best friend at school was shot in an incident with a starter pistol. Police believe it was race related. I went off the rails for a while after that. I got caught stealing equipment from a snooker club. I would have got away with it, but I stopped to take a rest. After that, they made me join a support group for the antisocial. We never met. It was around then that the addiction kicked in. I spent quite a period of time addicted to petrol pumps. I tried to talk to people about it, but I just kept filling up. It was then that they sent me to see a child psychiatrist. It was a waste of time. I really needed to see an adult. Did manage to pull myself together, and I got signed up to legal school. Fortunately, due to a minor clerical error, I spent 4 years training to be a banister. Despite that, I'm very much a glass half full kind of person. That's why I got sacked from my job as a barman. So I got a job as a policeman in the Australian outback. I quit after 3 years. I told them straight I couldn't beat around the bush any longer. So I came back and I worked for my brother in his limbo dancing business. He let me go after 6 weeks. I was really disappointed with that. I bent over backwards to help. After that, I got a job. I tried to make a career out of blow football, actually. I only lasted 1 day. That sucked. My life turned around after that. Brought out a successful book. It was a self-help book for the clumsy. People were tripping over themselves to buy that. I've had a hit film. You might know it. It's about a guy who breaks every bone in his body. It's got a massive cast. I'm in the Guinness Book of Records. Yeah, I made the world's largest pizza base. I'd love to see somebody top that. After that, I launched my own fragrance. Fortunately, I managed to waft it away before anyone realised it was me. I also created the world's first ever Barack Obama jelly mould. That set a precedent. I am married. I'm married to Elaine. I've got got two children, Hannah and Josh. They're very dear. I got caught actually at the market on Saturday. I was trying to sell the children space hoppers. Elaine went off on one. When I got home, she made me dig a large 6-foot deep hole in the back garden. It took me 2 hours. Now she says she wants to fill it in over my dead body. My daughter Hannah's got a trampoline, one of those big trampolines in the garden. It was raining the other day, so I brought it into the dining room. Elaine hit the roof. My son Josh, he's got a place at an IKEA secondary school. It's a lovely, lovely school, but they do have terrible problems during assembly. I was out shopping with Elaine the other day, and we were in Tesco Extra, and we were trying to remember what we needed to buy, and suddenly she said, "Toilet duck!" I didn't realise what she meant, and it hit me on the back of the head. Next thing I know, I was in hospital. Elaine was quite worried about me, actually, because at one point I took a turn for the nurse. Actually, Steve Brady came in to see me in hospital, came to visit. He was wearing a wig, dark glasses, and a stick-on beard. And he just came up and laid a hand on my head and said a prayer for me. That was a blessing in disguise. I seem to have spent a lot of my life in hospitals, to be honest. I mean, I think I'm a hypochondriac, but the doctors tell me I'm imagining it. I was in hospital, actually, when they told me I was colourblind. I tell you, that came completely out of the green. And I was in hospital today. I went in to visit my gran. They sent me to the waiting room. It was absolutely packed. I couldn't find anywhere to sit. And eventually I spotted a small chair just in the corner. So I wandered over to it. As I approached it, this terrible smell wafted over me. Anyway, it was only when I sat down I realised it wasn't a small chair, it was a stool. That was embarrassing. I did get to see my gran. She was in a bit of a state, to be honest. She'd swallowed a Hoover attachment. She wasn't in a good way. But the doctors phoned about an hour ago. Apparently she's picking up nicely, so... So that's it, really. I'd just like to finish on a serious note. Thought for the day, something for you to consider through the evening. If God took away your emotions, would you be upset? Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Bailey. Did you like that, Will?
I thought that was fantastic, wasn't
Did you enjoy that, everyone?
Well, apparently, when I was away, there was a young, skinny man upon this beautiful stage. And apparently he got all of you guys really loud and screaming, and so I thought I might maybe try one of my own. So when I say Steve, you say Brady, right? Steve! Brady! Steve! Brady! With the real Steve! Brady! Please stand up! Please stand up with the real Steve! Brady! Please stand up! Please stand up with the real Steve! Brady! Please stand up! Please stand up!
Great, I think we're going to move on now. Okay, next up, Will, do you remember?
Next up is, I do believe, a lovely man by the name of Sir David McClatch.
Is this working? You'll hear me? Okay. I know you guys are all looking at me and thinking the last 2 acts they did this, and I haven't done it yet.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Okay. This is. Can you make sure that my voice is louder than the guitar? That would be great, because I'm not actually singing. It's misleading, isn't it? I'm going to tell you a love story about my first experience with love, growing up in K-Town, 14 years old, and it's called instant messenger. The year was 1994, and my dad brought home the first family computer, and it was an Apple, thanks Dad. He put it on the table and he said, "David, I can't set this up, I'm too old." I grabbed his arm and I said, "I can do it, Eric." He said, "Call me Dad." I said, "All right, Dad." His name's Peter. I had 250 minutes of AOL burning in my back pockets. But back then we didn't have high-speed internet or broadband. It was just straight into the phone line for a 56K. If you had a call waiting, that friend was screwed. My dad turned to me and said, "David, you're too young. You can't have your own screen name yet, but you can use mine." It was Salmon with an ERD on the end. Salmon Nerd. So I got online pretty quickly and found out about chat rooms. And that's when I met her. NSYNC Babe 503. NSYNC Babe 503. I had her and she smiley-faced all over me. Smiley-faced on me. Sometimes NSYNC Babe 503 would say something and I'd be like, "What?" And she'd be like, "JK." And I'd be like, "LOL." You see, I knew she was just kidding. But when you laugh out loud and you're talking to somebody on the internet, you have to tell them. It's the rules. NSYNC Babe 503 told me that she was a 22-year-old actress in Hollywood. And she was nervous because the next day she was going to be on TV for the first time as an extra on Full House. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. I haven't. I told her I was a little nervous about the next day, which was tomorrow back then. Because the next day I was going on a fishing trip for 6 months. And I was a 25-year-old fisherman from Swansea.
Hey, come on!
I needed to go to the restroom, so I typed in BRB. I came back a few minutes later. She'd written question mark, frowny face. I said, "I'm sorry, NSYNC Babe 503, but BRB means be right back." She said, "No, Salmon Nerd. I know what BRB means, but I don't know if you are going to BRB from that salmon run." And that's when I said, caps lock, "Don't do this right now." "Stop yelling at me." I said, "Sorry." I didn't hear from her for a while after that. Sign off, sign on. Sign off, sign off. Doors are opening and closing, but I don't know if it's coming and going. That bit wasn't that funny, was it? And finally, she came back on. I said, "NSYNC Babe 503. I can't lie to you anymore. I'm a 14-year-old boy. I'm not in Swansea. And I'm scared right now." She said, "Where's Swank?" I said, "You know what, that was a bad abbreviation on my part. Swansea. It was a long day. So she came back online and she said, "You know what, I know who you are. Because I'm your 57-year-old neighbour, Jim." I cry-faced him right after he winky-faced. You know, he didn't actually do a regular winky face. He did a semicolon with an opening parenthesis, which is a winky, frowny face. And it's kind of like saying, "Hey, I'm sad," but you get it, right? You tried that, it's so hard. Dancing Babe 503, I learned a song for you and I can't think of a more appropriate time to sing it. I'm telling you tonight, you're probably gonna start a fight. I know this can't be right. Hey baby, come on. I loved you endlessly. You were not there for me, so now it's time for me to leave and make it alone. I know that I can't take no more. It ain't no lie. I wanna see you out that door, baby. Bye, bye, bye. Don't wanna be a fool for you. Just another player in this game too. You may hate me, but it ain't no lie. Bye, bye, bye. Don't really wanna make it tough. I just wanna tell you that I had enough. This may sound crazy, but it ain't no lie. Bye, bye, bye. Thank you.
Bring back the boy bands, I say.
Wow, that's a surprise. I will never call my son Jim. Oh, I've never started there. Sorry. Who's next?
Next we have a group act. They are called the Five-Piece Band, with Hannah Tanton, Jake Parker, Ali Hewitt, Hannah Mills, and Mike Vickery Brown. They are going to be playing for us.
Fix You by Coldplay.
Woo! Give it up!
Okay, here we go. We're going to sing Fix You by the wonderful Coldplay. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yeah!
I should be JV, come on. When you try your best and you don't succeed, when you get what you want but know what you need, when you feel so tired but you can't sleep, stuck in rivers, when the tears come streaming down your face, when you lose something you can't replace, when you love someone but he goes to waste, could it be worse? Lights will guide you
sent you home and ignite your bones, and now we'll try to fix you.
Okay, next up. Do you know what's happening next, Will?
Well, I'm not really sure.
I think it's our final act.
It is our final act. So, well, I wish I could explain what our final act is, but Charlie Hilton and Tim just came up and asked us if they could just come and stand on stage, maybe say a few words, I expect, as it's their last year, but we aren't really sure. So, Charlie and Tim?
Yeah. So after Christmas.
You alright?
Yeah.
Yeah? It's a bit awkward, really, isn't
start a fight. I know this can't be right. Hey baby, come on. I loved you endlessly. You were not there for me, so now it's time for me to leave and make it alone. I know that I can't take no no more. It ain't no lie. I wanna see you out that door, baby. Bye, bye, bye. Don't wanna be a fool for you. Just another player in this game too. You may hate me, but it ain't no lie. Bye, bye, bye. Don't really wanna make it tough. I just wanna tell you that I had enough. This may sound crazy, but it ain't no lie. Bye, bye, bye.